Well, I'm sorry that I've been MIA. Missing in action. Yep, I have a job. I work in a preschool. I've got the battle wounds to prove it. I'm in a program called PPCD, which stands for Preschool Program for Children with Disabilities. A lot of these kids really don't like their schedules changed or being told what they have to do next. So ever since I started working, I lost 10 pounds, which is actually really great. And I love my job. I just love working with the kids, but it is pretty exhausting work. I find myself faking going to the bathroom just to have a little bit of a breather. One moment, I need just one moment. I'm ready. This is the sort of challenge that I was actually looking forward to having. And now that I get to put to practice everything that... Someone's at the door. I wonder who it could be. I'll be right back. It's the mail! Here's the mail, it never fails. It makes me wanna wag my tail. When it comes, I wanna wail. Mail! I'm sorry about that. I do spend a lot of time around preschoolers. Anywho, looks like we got a package. I wonder what's inside. Oh, look! It's a box of random. Of course, a mathematical formula. Boys plus creativity equals dough. I don't get it. I mean, why do men spend their entire life, they invest their life work into creating something beautiful, like a Mercedes car? And when the project is finally created, they go and they give it a name like SLK 300. These don't sound like car names to me. They sound like vaccine shots. What is the difference between X5M and H1N1? Make the car. Fine, make the car. You're doing a great job. But give the name assignment to a woman. Call it something beautiful. Like the desert jasmine. Or the rosebud from heaven. Alright, too girly? Maybe we could call it something like the super fast sewer. Or wheels on fire. Which is why I know that this particular product had to be designed by a man. Guards. Maxi pad for women, and this is how I know that it was designed by a man. Size number 8-248. You know how many pads are in this box? 1! Now you find yourself walking around with something made fitted to a brick. As if the cramps alone weren't bad. Look at that. Scary grackles. I have a friend that seems to have like the most weirdest things happen to her, like ever. And to protect her privacy, I'm not going to tell you her name. But I will tell you that it starts with an F and it ends with an Abby. Fabby. So Fabby was driving along merrily one day, just listening to her music. She had left her windows open about that much, just a little bit cracked, to get some of the air flowing. But as she was driving down the road, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, this big, ugly, fat grackle flies right through her window. And it gets stuck right there in the crack. Its head, its body, it's stuck and it can't get in and it can't get out. And so it's flapping. And Fabby's driving. Poor bird scared just as her. So there they are in a moment of horror, just shouting at each other and yelling in total and sheer terror. Bird's just trying to survive. It's not its fault that it's ugly, so it keeps flapping and flapping and flapping until finally its pot belly just comes into the car. And the bird starts flying all across the car. Shoo, 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 shoo. And my poor friend Fabby's just screaming. When it finally makes its way down under the clutch pedal. Shoo. And it gets stuck right there under the clutch pedal, just where she has to pedal. That was enough for my friend Fabby, who in the last draw of sheer terror decides to just jump out of her car. The bird makes its escape. A shaky Fabby makes her way back in the car, turns on the ignition, and drives home, absolutely pale-faced and terrorized. What else do we have here? Oh! Look at that. Yo Gabba Gabba! Do you ever sit around to watch TV with your child? If you have a preschooler like me and you watch TV with your child, then surely you've heard of this show called Yo Gabba Gabba. And if you are like me, you probably find yourself questioning why a lot of the material gets out into the air. How do these things get past the production table? Take this scene, for instance.
Hi, everyone! Hi! These are our magic ball friends. They're crammed in here tight, but they still remember to be polite. They say excuse me and pardon me when they bump into each other. And they love to play games.
Yeah. You would have thought that somewhere in the process of script writing, shooting, one of the 50 crew members would have gone, guys, you know what that sounds like? Looks like that's all that I have in my box of random. I'll see you next time.